Hi everyone, welcome back to this Blinding Lights Flute one with Miss Gonsalves. Today's lesson is going to be the third lesson on this piece, and we're going to be working on the chorus, bridge and outro, and that way we're going to finish the whole piece today. But before we get started, remember to do your physical warm-up. You can use the YouTube video with Miss Bissell on physical warm-ups, and you can also pause or rewind at any point during this lesson if you need to revisit anything. And you can either pause by pressing K on the keyboard or click on the pause button. And to rewind, just click on the playback bar on the red line and drag it to where you'd like it to play from. Right, so first thing we're going to do is our G natural minor scale. And we've done it in more detail on the first lesson, so you can always watch that back to help you, okay? We're going to play it in minims first, and I would like it to mime while I play the scale, okay? So remember B flats, B with the F finger, and E flats, that's like a normal D with a pinky down, okay? And you've got the fingering on the screen if you need some more help. Okay, so miming for you, and I'm going to play the scale, okay? Let's do it in minim, so 2 beats on each note. 2, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. Let's now, I'm going to mime and say the notes and you play the scale. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, A, B, C, D, S, F, G, F, S, D, C, B, A, G. Good job, well done. Let's play it a tiny bit faster, so we're going to play it in crotchets. Me first, you mime it, and then you do it, okay? Here we go. After 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good, and now you play it and I say in mine. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, A, B, C, D, S, F, G, F, S, D, C, B, S, A, G. Fantastic. Right, let's move on to our piece. And as I said at the beginning, we're going to be looking at the chorus, at the bridge, and the outro section. Now, we have done chorus before. It is, when you did it, it was section E and section F, but the melody was a little bit different. So this one in section K is the main, you're going to be playing the main melody, okay? So we're going to spend a little bit of time on that. First of all, let's say the Kadai sounds for the first 2 lines of the piece, okay? The lines 3 and 4 are very, very similar to lines 1 and 2. So, Kadai for the first 2 lines of the piece. And remember, when you have a tie, you say that you can't really say in Kadai sounds, you say tie. This one here is a 3 because it's 2 plus 1. And this is a tie, and then at the end, a tie again, and this is a 4-beat note, so it's a ta, okay? But let's just do the first 2 lines. Here we go. After 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tie, ta ta ti ta ti 3, tay, ti ta ta tay, ti ta ta tai, ta, ta, tay, and that's it. Fantastic. I forgot to say that this note, this tie, because it's 4 plus 3, then you have to work to hold it for 7 beats. Okay, let's do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tie, ta ta ti ta ti 3, tay, ti ta ta tay, ti ta ta tai, ta, ta, tay. Very good. Now, did you see that I did this note quite short, staccato? So when you have that dot on top, make sure that the note is short. Okay, fantastic. Let's now say the note names. Nothing new in terms of notes, and I'm just going to give you 5 seconds to work out what the notes are on the first line. Okay, here we go. Great job. Okay, let's say the note names for the first line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, D, C, best, best, G, best, best, F. Okay, fantastic. Let's now work out the notes for the second line. I'll give you 5 seconds. Well done. First note is an F, okay? Then the second note is 2 steps down, so F, E, D. Then 1 step down, C, another step down, Bess, remember B flat. And then this is the same, F, D, C, Bess, and then C, because it's just 1 step up from B. And then D, and 2 steps down, B flat, or Bess, okay? So let's say the note names for the second line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, D, C, Bess, F, D, C, Bess, C. D, Bess. Okay? It's really important that we get this rhythm correct. So rest. Ta, te. Ta, te. Okay? Without saying the rests. Ta, te. D, Bess. Okay? Fantastic. And let's now say and mime the notes for the first 2 lines. Okay? So this is a C, just trying to sing it. C. Here we go. You can try singing it as well. But if that's too complicated, that's absolutely fine. So say and mime the notes for the first 2 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, D, C, Bess, Bess, G, Bess, Bess, F, D, C, Bess, F, D, C, Bess, C, D, Bess. Fantastic. Well done. If you need to pause the video at this stage and do any of this, please do so. And let's try and play it. Here we go. Just move back a little bit. 1, 2, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. Fantastic job. Now, we are going to move on to the 3rd and 4th lines. As I said, it's almost the same, so it's only the 4th line that changes a little bit. So the 3rd line is the same, and the 4th line, looking at the very last line, F, D, C, Bess, F, D, C, Bess, C, the only difference is that here you play a short C, staccato C, and here you play a longer C. So this is a 4-beat C, okay? And then you have a Q starting that we might have to play, but we'll look at it in the next slide, okay? So, let's try and let's play lines 3 and 4, okay? Let's play it straight away. Here we go. And we're going to try and do it a little bit quicker, a little bit faster, because the backing track will be faster. Okay, so lines 3 and 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so on. Okay, fantastic. And I think that we're ready to play this through at the right speed. Okay, so let's play the whole 4 lines a little bit faster than we just did. So let's try 1 at this speed. Da da bum bum da 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 da. Okay, here we go. After 4, I'll give you 2 bars in from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic, well done. Okay, so that's the chorus done. Let's move on and do the bridge now. So the bridge, as the word, as you can tell by the word, it connects 2 different sections. Okay, in this case, it's connecting the choruses. So let's do the Kadai sounds first for the entire bridge section. And as you can see, I've added the last 4 notes from the previous section because this belongs to the bridge already. Okay, so now we're going to say the Kadai sounds for this section, okay? And before we do so, I just want to go through the ties. So the first tie is this one. So this is 2 quavers together, 2 halves put together. So that's a 1, that's a ta. This one is 1 plus 2, that's a 3 beat, so that's a 3. This one is a ta. This one is a ta. And this one is a ta as well. This one is a 3. This one is a te, because it's 1 1/2. And this is also a te. And I'm going to do my best to remember all of those. Here we go. So, say the Kadai sounds for the bridge. Starting here, after 2 beats, okay? 1, 2, ti 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 ta, ti ta, ti 3, ti 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 ta, ti ta, ti ti ta, ti ta ta, ti ta, ti 3, ta te, ti ti te, ta. Fantastic. And let's now try to say the note names, okay? I know this bit looks a bit confusing. Just to make sure you've got it, let me just help you with that. So, ta, ti, ta, ti, ti, ta, ti. Okay? G, D, D, C, C, bass, G. Okay, let's say the note names for the entire section. Nice and slow. So the first note, actually I'm going to give you 5 seconds to work out what the first few notes are, okay? Good. So the first note is an F. We've got F, D, because it's there's a note in between. Then we have G, because it's just 1 higher than F, okay? So 1 step higher than F is G. And this is D, D, 1 step lower, C, stays on C, Then we have again F, D, F, D, again G, D, D stays on D, and then C, C, B, Bess, and then G. Back to our F here, and then one step higher G, D, D, C, C, so all by step. F again, S, D, C, D. Okay, so the E flat here. Right, let's give it a go. So saying the note names. One, after 2 beats, remember. 1, 2, F, D, F, D, G, D, D, C, C. F, D, F, D, G, D, D, C, C, Bess, G. F, G, D, D, C, C. F, F, S, D, C, D. Fantastic. Let's now try to say the notes and mime them on our flute. So starting on F, G with one more finger. What else do you need? Remember E flat, so that's D with a pinky, and I think that's all. Right, let's give it a go. Let's just check. Here we go. After 2, okay, so get ready, because it's going to be really, really quickly. Here we go. 1, 2, F, D, F, D, G, D, D, C, C. F, D, F, D, G, D, D, C, C, Bess, G. F, G, D, D, C, C. F, F, S, D, C, D. Very good, well done. Let's now try and play it. Now, if, again, at this stage you need to pause, just do so, okay? Because this is probably the hardest step, the saying the notes and miming them on the flute. Okay, here we go. After 2, okay? Get ready, flutes up in your mouths, ready to play, and ready on an F. After 2, 1, 2. Very good. Important to say at this stage, try and do the slurs as much as you can. I know some of them are difficult and perhaps a little bit confusing, but try to do them as much as you can. So, for instance, right at the end here, F, F, S, D, C, D, all this should be slurred because there's this big slur on top. And here as well, from C to Bess and then G. So, okay, make sure it's slurred. And from F to D as well, F, D, F, D, and then G, D, D. Okay, so try to do the slurs as much as you can. Let's try playing it a little bit faster now. After 2, get ready. 1, 2. Yay, fantastic. Well done. So we've made it through the bridge. And now we're going to be looking at the chorus. Now, you have done this before, which is great news, and that was letter F, figure F. Okay, this is exactly the same as what you did in figure F. So we're just going to play it through, and maybe you might want to excuse me, remind yourselves of how to play these semiquavers. So just pause or rewind, or maybe go to the other lesson in which we did it in more detail. Then, okay, so let's play through it. Let's see. After 4, okay, not too fast to start with. 1, 2, 3, 4. okay, and then that section belongs to the next bit that we're going to do in a second. Let's play it one more time a little bit faster. So make sure that you hold the first note for 6 beats, okay, 6 whole beats. Here we go, let's give it a go. A bit faster, after 4, flutes up, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so on. Okay, fantastic. So this is the chorus, and now we're going to have the ending, outro. Okay, so outro means that it's the end. So it's based on the chorus, as you can see. It's very, very similar to what you were doing just before. Let's go through it, and I've added the 4 semiquavers before. I'm going to give you 3 beats in, okay, and then we're going to play it through, and you'll see that it's very, very similar to what we've done before. Here we go, after 3. Nice and slow to start with, so we're going to do it, okay, like that. Here we go, after 3. 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's it. So the only difference is really the ending, isn't it? Bessie. You've got a crescendo, so you need to hit that note, piano, and then build it to a fortissimo. Okay. Let's try playing it a little bit faster. So like this. Okay. After 3. Get ready. 1, 2, 3. And that's the end of our piece. That's fantastic. Now, the only thing left to do is to play the whole thing with the backing track. Okay, so let's give it a go. Have your flutes ready, and this is just section K until the end, so from the chorus until the end. Let's give it a go. Flutes up, and it's going to start straight away. Okay, so I'll count you in for 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic! Really, really great job. This is not an easy piece, and especially with the B flat and the E flats, and you've done really, really well. If you're feeling up for a challenge, you can always check the advanced part. It is quite tricky, but you could try and do bits of it. You don't have to do the whole thing, but it would be a nice challenge moving forward. Great job, and I will see you next time for another lesson. Bye.